line?
No,
Or
you can't make peace. I mean, let's be realistic here. You can't make peace when someone has been so nefarious, in my opinion, so like horrible. Because everyone made. Heard of that in my life. Spielberg doesn't have the rights to Jaws. In other words, the studio owns it. How he got that, I don't know. Which means I have to beg him that, can I do this?
yeah.
So I can't forgive that.
Right. Do you feel like can never watch Creed 3 kind of
A
thing?
lot of people, both famous and regular folks, are showing a ton of support for Katt Williams. This all started with a famous interview he did on Club Shay that went viral, getting nearly 60 million views. It was like everyone couldn't look away from their screens. Now, the surprising part is that Sylvester Stallone, the guy who played Rocky, is also supporting Katt Williams. You might be wondering why Stallone, who's known for action movies, is involved. Well, there's a rumor that Stallone not only supports Katt but is also planning to share some juicy gossip of his own. Apparently, despite Stallone being super successful in Hollywood, he's faced some betrayal and tricky situations in the entertainment industry. It just shows that even big stars like Stallone can't escape the tough side of Hollywood. So, if Stallone is ready to spill the beans like Katt did, it's going to be interesting to see what he has to say. Hollywood can be pretty cutthroat, and even the most famous people have their struggles. So, if Stallone is ready to share some behind-the-scenes stories, get ready for some entertainment. So, Sylvester Stallone is a big deal in Hollywood, known for iconic movies like Rocky and The Expendables. But here's the twist, even though he came up with the Rocky series, he doesn't own the rights to it. Last year, when Creed 3 came out, Stallone, who played Rocky Balboa, was nowhere to be found. It's the first time in 9 movies and 47 years that Rocky wasn't part of a Rocky movie. Why did he vanish? Well, Stallone wasn't vibing with Creed 3's style, and he's had some issues with Irwin Winkler, the big producer of the Rocky series. Their disagreement is ongoing. Creed 3, written by Keenan Coogler and Zach Balan, took a darker turn from the usual uplifting Rocky vibe. Stallone wasn't too happy about it. He prefers a more sentimental and lighter approach for his heroes, not the deep, dark stuff. So, there you have it, Stallone and Rocky had some differences, and that's why Rocky skipped Creed 3. That's a regretful situation because I know what it could have been. It was taken in a direction that is quite different than I would have taken it. It's a different philosophy. Irwin Winkler's and Michael B. Jordan's, I wish them well, but I'm much more of a sentimentalist. I like my heroes getting beat up, but I just don't want them going into that dark space. I just feel people have enough darkness. So, it's not just Stallone in the mix. Michael B. Jordan, who plays Adonis Creed, had his own idea for the movie. He wanted Creed 3 to solely focus on Adonis without Rocky by his side. In the first Creed, it was all about their partnership, but in Creed 2, Adonis starts going his own way. So, for Jordan, it just made sense to let Adonis take the spotlight on his own in Creed 3. First of all, Sly and Rocky's DNA is through this entire franchise. Jordan told Hot 97 ahead of the third film's opening, you can't have these movies without that underdog spirit. I think connects the underdog in all of us. I want Adonis to stand on his own 2 feet. In order to do that, we had to go into the past. What were those transformative years, those childhood traumas that shaped Adonis today? I think the room for this story was really about Adonis Creed moving forward with his family and having him move forward. That's kind of how we rolled out the story for this one. Stallone not being in Creed 3 is a big deal, and it's mostly because he's had a long-standing disagreement with Winkler over who owns the rights to Rocky. This clash is so significant that it might mean Stallone won't play Rocky again. It all goes back to the time when Stallone, still a struggling actor, handed over the rights without realizing how valuable they would become. In November, Stallone shared with SiriusXM's Jessica Shaw that letting go of Rocky for Creed 3 was emotionally tough for him, like riding a roller coaster of feelings.
You can't make peace. I mean, let's be realistic here. You can't make peace when someone has been so nefarious in my...
Guess what? Stallone isn't holding back on expressing his complaints. In 2019, he spilled it all in an interview with Variety. Despite making a lot of money from the first Rocky movie and getting good deals for the sequels, Stallone doesn't actually have control over those beloved characters. "I have zero ownership of Rocky." Stallone told Variety at the time. "Every word, every syllable, every grammatical error was all my fault. It was shocking that it never came to be, but I was told, hey, you got paid, so what are you complaining about?" I was furious. In 2022, Stallone and Winkler's fight over the rights to Rocky flared up again. Stallone didn't hold back and posted a now-deleted Instagram picture of Winkler as a snake with a tongue made of knives. He sarcastically praised Winkler for controlling Rocky for over 47 years, and now Creed, saying he'd like to have some of his rights back, before passing it on to Winkler's children. Stallone also expressed his frustration when MGM announced a new Rocky spin-off about the Drago family, without informing him. He called out Winkler, who is 94 years old, and his children for exploiting the characters he created. Stallone later apologized to the fans and expressed his respect for Dolph Lundgren, Rocky's Russian rival, but wished he had been informed about the spin-off. Lundgren then reassured Rocky fans to relax after Stallone criticized the spin-off. "Just to set the record straight regarding a possible Drago spin-off, there's no approved script, no deals in place, no director, and I was personally under the impression that my friend Sly Stallone was involved as a producer or even as an actor." Lundgren wrote, "There was a press leak last week, which was unfortunate. In touch with Mr. Balboa just so all the fans can relax. There you go." Even though Stallone and Lundgren seem to have patched things up, Stallone's feud with Winkler is still going strong. As long as Winkler controls the Rocky Kingdom, it looks like Stallone's beloved character might be stuck in movie limbo. But Stallone isn't shy about speaking up against Hollywood issues. Remember when he spoke out about the discrimination his friend Carl Weathers faced before passing away? Just a few days ago, Stallone paid a touching tribute to Weathers, who sadly passed away. Stallone, visibly upset, stood in front of a painting, capturing a significant moment between the two. He poured out his emotions, saying it was an incredibly sad day for him. Weathers was a crucial part of Stallone's life and success, especially in the Rocky franchise. Stallone didn't hold back in giving credit to Weathers and recognizing the profound impact he had on his life. Reflecting on the first time he saw Weathers, Stallone reminisced. "I give him incredible credit. When he walked into that room and I saw him for the first time, I saw greatness, but I didn't realize how great." Stallone admitted. Despite the drama, Stallone still has a huge fan base. It goes to show that celebrities deal with their own problems, just like everyone else, but they do it with the whole world watching.